Cards on the table, your turn to play. We can't turn back now. We know how this will go. It's so sad that I'm leaving. I just don't see no other way. And it seems like you feel the same. Could have had everything, but you had to go and mess it all up. Whatever you want me to do, yeah, you know that I won't do that. When you're saying those things to me, keep on making me misbehave. I don't want you. When you're making me feel this way, like I'm the one to blame. Nah, bringing it all up. It's time to get out. Everything's different. I know how this will go. I'm so sorry for leaving. I can't even believe it. Maybe we'll meet again. Could have had everything, but you had to go and mess it all up. Whatever you want me to do, yeah, you know that I won't do that. When you're saying those things to me, keep on making me misbehave. I don't want you. When you're making me feel this way, like I'm the one to blame. Nah, yeah, yeah.
ISTV back again. Come on, people, let's do this. I tell you, it is what it is. Thank God it's Friday, people. I tell you, the dawn in the building. Let's do this. All right. This is Intercontinental Sport TV back again. This is Friday. I love Fridays. Beautiful Fridays out here, right here in our studio. I tell you, we're going into another week. Game week 3. This is the preview. How you all doing? Good morning, good evening, good night. All right, anywhere you're watching from, this is Intercontinental Sport TV. You know what I mean? The quick debate is ready. What is going on in the PL? Injuries everywhere. Injury crisis everywhere. Manchester United, injury. Luke Shaw in the hospital. I tell you, we are injury crisis. Chelsea in trouble. Injury crisis. Only Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus is back. They are happy. We don't care. All right, people. Straight into this. I have beautiful people. The analysts, the ISIS Civic crew. You know what I'm talking about. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. This is how we're gonna do it. I tell you, Rob is rare. Margaret is also here. Shayomi Dior as well too. I'm telling you, that great man all the way from United Kingdom. Ope Adebayo is also joining us today. You know what I mean? So let's get straight into this. I got nothing to say much, but I tell you, it's gonna be loud tonight. Let's do this once again. Please smash a like on the video. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. All right, let me bring this great man straight up. Let me bring him straight up. Robbie, you are alive. You can't believe it. You are alive. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday Sport Preview. Talk to me, Robbie. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you louder. Okay, good evening to you, Don. It's good to be right here once again. I was almost having issues with my network, but I just had to be patient to see if I could hear you. It's good to be here once again, and I tell you, it's a wonderful weekend to look out for. Chelsea on duty today, and it remains to be seen if they will be able to get their first win of the season. And of course, for the match of the week, I believe we're going to talk about that one later on in the show. But overall, it's been a wonderful week. It's been a wonderful week. A lot of stories going left, right, and center. There's this report that Mo Salah is contemplating leaving Liverpool because of the offer from Al Ittihad. Yes, and that offer will see him bag about £350,000 per day. So it remains to be seen if he's going to take that offer or he's going to stay put at Liverpool. Liverpool has come out with a statement saying that he's not for sale and that they are not willing to let him go right now. So a whole lot to talk about. But I believe that the game of today is the match between Chelsea and Luton Town. Can Chelsea get their first maximum points of the campaign? Let us wait and see. On that note, I say good evening. And of course, it's good to be here once again.
All right, don't leave me here. Don't go yet, Robbie. Don't go yet. Tell viewers about this. If like you want to talk about this briefly about what we're having in stock. Quick one.
Yes. For the Friday Sport Review show, for those of you watching us out there, I tell you this is just where you want to be because this is where you get the latest news from the world of sports. And of course, what we do right here on this platform is we do it as unscripted as it is. We have no bias towards anything. But the good thing about ISC Verita is the fact that for the Friday preview show, for those of you joining us, you're going to have the opportunity to get to know today on the show what team the panel of analysts will choose as the match of the week. So towards the end of the show, you're going to get to know which match is going to be designated the match of the week. And for those of you who are lucky enough to see it, you have that chance to go onto our Twitter handle to predict your scoreline. And of course, if you get it right, you walk home with the sum of 5,000 naira, and there will be two lucky winners will be walking away with 5,000 naira. And what you have to do is
all we have to do is
Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and of course, make sure you visit our website to get the latest from the world of sports.
All right, thank you so much, Robbie. I tell you, it's going to be loud tonight. I don't know whether Chelsea's going to win or maybe they have another thing to do today. But let me quickly welcome this great man, whether it's going to tell us, whether he's having the feelings, whether he's having the vibes. I'm talking about Prof, you're alive. Prof, you're alive. Chelsea's about to win their first game. What do you think going into this game? We're going to discuss that, but welcome, Prof. Are you confident going into this game? Talk to me, Prof.
Good evening, Don. Good evening, our viewers, and welcome to ISTV Friday Preview Show. It's another weekend, another footballing weekend. We're happy to be analyzing and talking football today. Yes, the first Premier League game is Chelsea Luton. There is absolutely no excuse for Chelsea today. It's a must-win game to kick off their season. They must go out there and beat the Luton side. That God knows, I don't know how much the whole club is worth. I think it's not worth one player. Caicedo's money. Caicedo's money is enough to buy that football club. So there's no excuse today. They must go to Stamford Bridge and get the whole 3 points. On that note, I say welcome to the show.
All right, that's it. I'm telling you, people, smash the like on the video for this great man. I'm going to call upon. But first, Irate, how you feeling? Salah is heading out. That's too much for me. Irate, you're alive. What do you think? Salah is going out. Salah is about to go out. What's going to happen?
Good evening, Don. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to all of our viewers. Another exciting round of Premier League fixtures coming up this weekend. Some tasty games coming up. Starting with a certain club, I call them 500 BG. So they'll be playing today against Luton Town. It's a must-win for them. All eyes are on that team to ensure that they get 3 points today. But talking about Salah, just to put it out there, Klopp has also mentioned it in the press conference before Sunday's game, that Salah is going nowhere. So they can keep their money and try again next summer. On that note, let's get the show started.
I rate one.
No. We are fine with keeping Salah.
You don't have money, FSG, you don't have money. Collect Saudi money and be fine.
All right. Let me welcome this great man. All about today is just introducing me. All our ITV crew, they are ready. They are kicking live. I want to call upon this lady. This lady is ready. She's a Manchester United fan to the core, to the bone. I don't know whether she's ready. Hope Manchester United will nick a win tomorrow. Let me ask her quickly, Margaret. You won't believe it. You are live.
Yes, thank God it's Friday. Hi, the Dawn. Good evening. Good evening, guys in the studio. Yes. It's good to be here once again. I am grateful to God. Please, sorry about my voice. I'm just a little bit down now. So, well, for tomorrow, I'm actually waiting to see what will happen tomorrow. If United will make us, the fans, to be proud, to be happy, or if it's going to be the usual way, the usual thing. But Nottingham Forest shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem to United. Definitely, that Forest have to come out with 3 points.
Absolutely. 3 points. We don't have to have any hula bula blah blah. All right, 3 points in the kitty. Welcome to this great woman. She's here with us. Adebari talk to me. Arsenal is playing tomorrow. Well, against Fulham, I guess. I'm going into this game. Okay, you're welcome on this show. That's another 3 points for Arsenal. What do you think, okay? You are live.
Without a doubt, the Don, you are spot on. Another 3 points on the board for Arsenal. As you know, they continue their charge for the 2023-2024 Premier League title. Good news, Gabriel Jesus is back. More firepower in front. And then, you know, I'm happy about some outgoings, so that hopefully we can sign one more important player.
Tony, what are you signing?
More quality,
now.
More power. You know, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Actually, the show is spending power.
Omidiola, you are live. Talk to me. Napoleon fan. To the core, to the bone, to the flesh. He left Chelsea. I don't know. Talk to me, Shaye. You're live.
Yeah, good evening, Lidon. Good evening to everyone. It's great to be back. Looking forward to our game against Sassuolo this weekend. Hoping we were able to get maximum points again like we did last weekend.
All right. The last man standing. Ace, talk to me. You are live. Ace, you won't believe it. You are live.
Yeah, it's good to be on the show today, Don. Hello, everybody. Let's talk football, man.
All right, let's talk football, man. Straight into it. I tell you, anywhere you're watching from, you stand a chance of getting to know what's going to be our prediction for this week. Which team are you going to know the game, to predict and win? We want you to join us anywhere you're watching us from. So it is what it is. We're going to start off with that game we are going to look at to be our the game. But first, let's quickly run our quick debate for today. You won't believe it. When I saw this question yesterday, I was just laughing. I said, whoa, this is going to be huge. But let's start with this. The quick debate say, whom will you want to play for if you're a player? And why? So I'm going to start with you, Ace. Ace, talk to me. I have Ancelotti as a beautiful coach, you know what I mean? And also Guardiola, the guy, that great man. Fantastic coach as well too. And Mario, you know what I mean. So I'm going to start off with you. Ace, talk to me. Which one will you like to play for?
Man, if I'm a player and I'm looking at improving my professional career, and I have these three great men in front of me, I'm spoiled for choice, really spoiled for choice. Looking at Ancelotti, is the guy that, you know, disciplined, he knows what he wants, he knows how to achieve it. He's been successful in clubs that he has managed. Looking at Guardiola, also successful, but he's the type that is going towards the side of greatness in terms of, you know, bringing in something new, bringing in a philosophy, ideology as well in the era or in the area of management, football management. looking at Mourinho as well, when he started with Chelsea, came up with that ideology in football. If you remember, I think I'll say it again. When he came with inverted wing backs, these guys, they have, impacted football one way or the other. But looking at current form, if I'm a footballer, definitely I want to pen my signature for Pep Guardiola.
Yay, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah,
all right, because of our time, he is choosing Guardiola. That's 1-0. Guardiola. But quickly, because of Chelsea game, I am telling you, Chelsea are getting ready. They are nervous. They are scared. But let's be quickly. Somebody actually sent me a message. Please, let's rush this speed quickly so that they can run to Stamford Bridge. So on that note, I'm going to ask Prof, which great personality are you going to play for? Prof, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm very I wish I don't have to choose between Guardiola and, in fact, the three of them are my favorite coaches. Ancelotti won the title with Chelsea. Mourinho, we all know what he did for Chelsea. I still have a strong bond for him and strong love for him. And Pep, Pep for me is I've said it time and time again in this show that Pep is the greatest. So look, without bias, I'll say Pep Guardiola. He improves players. He's a serial winner. He's an enigma. It's something else. It's unbelievable. I have to go for it.
All right, he's going for Guardiola once again, making it 2-0. 2 for Guardiola. Margaret, which one are you going to play for? I'm sure you're not going to play for that great coach. I know you're going to go for. I know your answer. Can I say it? Talk to me.
Say it, please help me out. Well, definitely, three great managers. Ancelotti is man. When it comes to man management, you give it to him. Tactically, Pep is the one. And then you want a quick fix, I'll go for Mourinho. But for now, I want my career to be okay. I want someone who will pick me from nothing to something. I'll go for Pep Guardiola.
Again! Come on, Guardiola, big up. I'm going to ask Irate, talk to me. You play for who? Who are you going to play for? Stationary stores or what? Talk to me.
Stationary stores.
All right.
Yeah,
which one?
These three managers have all shaped the game one way or another, honestly. Great names. Mourinho. Before Mourinho came to the Premier League, you barely see a team playing with 3 midfielders and 1 striker. So Mourinho came and a lot of teams changed from 4-4-2 to 4-2-3-1. You know, with the success he had at Chelsea. Ancelotti also, beautiful footballer at AC Milan, won the Champions League multiple times with Real Madrid as well. And he's also good at developing young players. So even Mourinho, a lot of people criticize him, but he has also brought out a lot of young players too. So, but you know, going by current form, like my colleagues have said, by current form, you can't just look past Pep Guardiola and how he has redefined. He has not only shaped football to an extent, but also redefined it with different styles and patterns of play that we have seen recently. So, you know, just for that, I have to go for Pep Guardiola.
Again and again, Guardiola once again. All right, Robbie, you made mention of these 3 coaches. Which one are you going to play for? Don't tell me Eguavo. Don't tell me Eguavo. I'm warning you.
Well, for the sake of time, I will just pick out one quality. Respect to the other coaches, Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho, big respect, massive winners in their own right, and amazing coaches as well. But I'll pick out one quality in Pep Guardiola, not because other coaches don't have it, they do. But Pep Guardiola has the insatiable desire to win wherever it is he goes to. And one thing about his time as a coach was many reflect on his time as Bayern Munich as a failure. But go and check. He won trophies upon trophies upon trophies in that league. And he won the German Bundesliga a certain year on record. I think he won the league with about 6 or 7 matches to spare. So that tells you how very, very dominant he is as a coach. So as a player, I would definitely want to play under Pep Guardiola as a football player.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure Okwe Adebari is going to tell me something different. Okwe, talk to me. Which one? Which manager you going to play for?
I'm glad you know I would always be different.
I know.
And my answer, I expected, actually, knowing that Arit plays as a defender, I thought Arit would actually pick Mourinho. But I'm surprised that he picked Guardiola as well. Honestly, knowing myself, because I do play
I want
football,
to be a ball playing defender.
You want to be a ball playing defender. Okay, so knowing myself, because I do play football frequently, I think the only manager that I know that would actually take interest in me and nurture me and take me to the top is Mourinho. I think Guardiola would be annoyed with me. I think Ancelotti would be so nice to me, but he will not tell me directly that I'm not good enough.
Like Kevin De Bruyne and Chelsea, like Kevin De Bruyne and Chelsea.
Continue. Exactly. So you know what, Mourinho would make good use with me. So I'll go with Mourinho because I know that I'll play good football.
All right.
What did Mourinho do to De Bruyne?
All right, people. I don't know whether Sheye is there. All right. I want to find out. Let's move on to this. This is a great game. You have to predict anywhere you're watching from. Predict this one. Which team is going to win on Sunday? So you have a chance of winning 5,000 naira for two people that are going to predict this game. So going forward, that's the star game for this weekend. Predict who is going to win. Who is going to win? Is Newcastle, Liverpool. So you predict. That's for our viewers. Or moving to the next one. We are going to look at quickly on Friday. That's today. Chelsea will be welcoming Luton. Prof, this game is about to start any moment from maybe 1.5 hours from now.
Yeah, we should get the lineup in about 12 minutes.
Yeah. All right, tell us what should we be expecting Chelsea to do this time around? I mean, no mess around
like
this
I
time.
said earlier at the introduction, there is no messing around today. There is no excuse. Sorry, am I being heard?
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's no excuse. Chelsea have a number of injuries, a plethora of injuries. To be honest, they have 9 players out this early this season, which is keeping up with last season. It's very unfortunate, to be honest. But this is a little insight that, look, let's be honest. They are, like I said on the beginning of this season, that for me they are destined to be relegated. So if Chelsea have any sort of ambition to break into the top 5, top 4, sort of, these are the games. This sort of game should be banana skin. I don't care whether it's their academy players that they are fielding out today at Stamford Bridge. I don't care. They should be beating Luton and beating them well, not just beating them very well. So that's what I expect of Chelsea today. I'm hoping, the formation I'm thinking it will start. I expect him to return back to type, to go back to his favored 4-2-3-1 formation. That is the Poch. He has tried in the 3-4-3 formation in last 2 games, which was strange because I didn't see that in the preseason. So for now, it's time to go back to what his trusted lineup is, his trusted formation is, and play a 4-2-3-1. Modric is out. Is injured. Chukwuemeka is injured. So we should see the likes of Caicedo start the game today. Enzo start the game. Gallagher might start the game. Raheem Sterling was fantastic against West Ham. That was his best game I've seen in the Chelsea shirt. So I expect him to put in such similar performances today. And if Jackson, if he, we can't continue to say, oh, he's nearly there. He's showing signs. He has to take it today. He has to score today against the Luton side that are there for the taking. They were well off by Brighton, I think 5-1 or 4-1 the other day. So they need to win this game, and this is a chance for them to build up confidence. The likes of Jackson's and the Sterling's, chipping their goals. So that's what I expect from them today.
All right, moving on to the next one. Robbie, are you ready? Ready for this Bournemouth versus Spurs?
Yes, Tottenham Hotspur, one team that is exciting right now under their new manager. That is Ange Postecoglou. This is one man that showed us what he could do last week when he defeated United with almost relative ease. And looking at the fact that he has exciting players like this guy, and I'm just trying to imagine how much he has been able to revitalize the team. Yes, their first match they drew with Brentford 2-2, and that match was very, very exciting. And of course, for the game against United, I think they have been able to more or less put themselves in pole position to be counted amongst one of the exciting teams for the season. Against Bournemouth, Bournemouth also impressed against Liverpool, but I think ultimately they just fell away like a pack of cards against Tottenham Hotspur. I think it's going to be a difficult game, but With what we've seen so far from Spurs, I think Spurs should be able to get a win from this game. How they're going to do it, I don't know, but I believe Spurs should be able to get a game. Yoon Sun Min has not been able to show us his old self so far, but the team has been able to play as a unit. So I think that they are gradually, I don't think it's something that is sudden, they are gradually moving away from the dependence on just one player. And of course, they are playing as a team. So for Spurs, I will be rooting for Spurs to get a victory in that game against Bournemouth.
All right. That is the game between Bournemouth versus Spurs. Moving on to Arsenal. Arsenal will be playing Fulham tomorrow as well. Too. I know I'm sure you're going to have something you have to talk about Arsenal versus Fulham. Please go for it, bro.
Yes, definitely. So this is Arsenal's third game of the season, having won the first 2 games, taking 6 points on the board, and currently sitting in the third position in the EPL table, 6 points, 100% record. Tomiyasu will be missing this based on the red card he got against Crystal Palace. And also one interesting stat is Fulham have never won any away match against Arsenal in EPL. Wow. The last 31 games, they've drawn 6 and they've lost 25.
Wow.
So I think it's one way. And also the Fulham, they are winless in their last 10 Premier League games. They've not even, got close to winning Arsenal. And we saw what happened last season. It was kind of like dicey. I think Arsenal left it late at home against Fulham at the Emirates. We saw a bit of topsy-turvy performance from Gabriel Magalhaes, costing the first goal, and also coming back to score the winning goal, which gave us 3 points. And at Fulham, which is away last season, impressive performance. First 45 minutes, Arsenal were blistering. They cut Fulham away into pieces, leading 3-0. And this is the kind of performance we want to see tomorrow at the Emirates. Yes. I know it's another London derby. Arsenal were kind of like, not fortunate, but they were good last season. And out of 36 points in the London derby, they racked in 32 points, winning 10 and drawing 2, which was marvelous. They started good against Crystal Palace last week, and now Fulham. It's going to be a good game, but I know Fulham will come. They will come with that test, but I think Arsenal should be able to see out this one. 3 points in the bag for the Arsenal.
All right, 3 points in the bag for Arsenal. That's the game versus Fulham. Brentford versus Crystal Palace. Sheye, what do you want to say about this game, Brentford? Brentford also is not bad at this moment. Crystal Palace. So what going into this game, Sheye? What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I think I'll make Brentford the pre-game favorites because for one, they've actually been pretty impressive without Ivan Toney, which has been really commendable. They've gotten maximum points. They got 1 point against Spurs and got maximum points in last week's West London derby win against I think it was Fulham. So they've done pretty well. At the brilliant start of the season, Yohan Wissa and Bryan Mbeumo have been firing on all cylinders, and I expect them to thrive again. Against Palace tomorrow, another London derby. That will be their third to start the season. So I am backing them to get maximum points tomorrow. And just a word for Palace. I was not impressed with how they fared against Arsenal after the red card. I don't think they particularly. I can't remember a chance they created against Arsenal, but maybe you can put that down to Arsenal's defensive structure after Tomiyasu's second yellow card, in my opinion. So let's see how they fare against Brentford. I am still unsure about Palace post Wilfred Zaha. I think I would need to see them over a run of games before saying they've actually moved on, or they are still maybe they are missing their former talisman. I feel maybe Michael Olise's injury has played a part in the lack of creativity broadly so far this season. I know they won their first game of the campaign against Sheffield United a couple of weeks back, but I feel in general they against Arsenal in particular, I'm pretty sure, or I sense if they had Olise in the final 20-30 minutes after Tomiyasu's red card, they might have been able to fashion more dangerous openings. So I'm still unsure about Palace and one lack of creativity without Olise backing up someone like Ebere and I still feel I don't think the likes of Odsonne Edouard Jordan Ayew have enough goals in them. So because of that, I'm going to back Brentford to get maximum points tomorrow.
All right, moving on to the next one. It's going to be Everton versus Wolves. Okpe, can you carry us go there on that game? Everton versus Wolves.
Yeah, Wolverhampton Wanderers currently is a team in transition. They've gotten, I won't say gotten rid of, but some key players left the team from last season. We always knew Wolves in the Premier League as the Portuguese FC. Ruben Neves has left. He went to Saudi. João Moutinho has joined Braga. Adama Traore now has joined Fulham. So there are fresh new faces in the team. And even though they did lose Lopetegui at the start of the season, Gary O'Neill is a manager who knows how to keep his team compact enough to get victories. We saw them against Manchester United in Man United's first game of the season, and maybe you could say Man United didn't play well, but we could see how Wolves could be, dangerous with the likes of Pedro Neto, Mateus Cunha as well, and obviously, the midfielders which they have now, and they can't get 3 points at Everton. Everton under Sean Dyche, for me, they're not looking good, and I tip them for relegation this season.
I'm telling you.
They've lost Dominic Calvert-Lewin again. I don't know if he'll be able to play with the facial cheek injury that he sustained in their last game. Alex Iwobi as well is 50-50 for the game. So they are struggling. Everton is struggling, and in terms of creation, they are struggling. In terms of scoring goals, they are struggling. So I don't see Everton nicking a victory in this game, even though they will be playing at Goodison Park. I'll give the 3 points to Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yes, Wanderers. That's for Everton versus Wolves. Maggie, I'm going to turn to you on this game. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. I won't lie to you. Let me tell you something. I'm scared. As a Manchester United fan, going into this game, Luke Shaw is out, and so on and so forth. So going into this game, I tell you, Margaret, what's your position on this? Mount out as well too.
Mount even going out, there is no difference because he hasn't been contributing anything to the game all this while. For now, so it's more like him. He has never been there. Well, if you want to take, I don't know who likes, is it he's or who likes stats? They go for stats. So if I want to go for stats right now, as the last season, United, the meeting between United and Nottingham Forest was actually 4 times, and that 4 times, United did not concede a goal against Nottingham Forest. I think that will actually give me a hope going into tomorrow's game. But the way it is going,
what do you think if you lose that game, there will be uproar? I mean, there will be problem. It's going to be. Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, because I expected United to come back strong in the third game of the season. I expected them to do well. Fine, there are some injury issues, but that is actually not an excuse. We have backup for Luke Shaw already. I'm sure there's a backup already for him. I don't know how the manager can just come with some tactical idea and see where he can fix Maguire and let him play in that team, because right now that is just the only.
Maguire.
Yes.
Hey, what?
Yes, that is the only. For now, who do we have on the bench? United don't have bench right now. If any of the top players goes off, are we going to play
his position? I think Dalot will play the position, and Dalot will play his position. So, but
I don't know how good Dalot is on that position. I actually don't know how good he is on that position. But then I am very sure that United will come out top against Nottingham Forest. Fine, Nottingham Forest bounced back from their 2-1 defeat to Arsenal, and then they won against Sheffield. This Sheffield Wednesday, they won against them, and they were able to come out top, also 2-1. But against United, I feel United will need to do something about it. They don't have to sit back, because if they lose this match, there's going to be a lot of problems.
I'm telling you, the likes of Ease. They will come for us. They will not allow me.
No, I am telling you.
Since you mentioned my name, I just want to drop a quick one on Manchester United. I don't think you guys need. No. Just relax.
Okay.
I don't think you guys need to be worried, because I know nobody wants mediocrity. Everybody wants his or her team to be at best with Manchester City. Manchester City are the, being innuendo right now that everybody wants to compare with. But if you to look at last season, Manchester United's start to the season was disastrous. Losing at home to Brighton and going to Brentford, losing disastrously 4-0. First 2 games, 3 points on the board. Even if the game against Manchester United, it was a bit of performance of two halves. Manchester United were blistering in the first half. Possibly they should have nipped that game to the board by conceding or converting those chances that they had. If they've converted those chances, possibly Spurs would have been put to the sword and it's game over. But like I said, it's nothing to be worried about. Possibly ETH will get everything right and Manchester United will be back on track. So it's nothing for United fans to be worried about. Win tomorrow's game, convert your chances, no silly errors, no silly mistakes. 3 points on the board for you guys.
Rob, this is where I have problem with United. They will play, but it is actually the finishing third. That is where the problem is. They need to put on their thinking cap. When it comes to that finishing third, they need to put on their thinking cap. That is where I feel United are having issue when it comes to scoring goals.
Yeah, well, it's the manager's responsibility to resolve that. So it's left for him. But I know everything is still all right for Manchester United, regardless of what is happening, regardless losing to Spurs 2-0 or 2-1 or whatever the score was. This is a game in hand. This is the game you have in front of you, which is at home in front of your fans. Let your top man count and get the points on the board.
All right, another one going forward. There's this breaking news. Caicedo starts, and Prof is so happy. Caicedo is starting. He's so happy, so happy. All right.
Sorry, John. How is that breaking news? How should that be breaking news? The 150 million pounds should be starting. Shouldn't be starting from the bench.
I tell you. So Brighton versus West Ham. Okay, what do you think about that game? Brighton versus West Ham. Okay, do you have anything to say about that game?
Oh yeah, definitely. West Ham fans should be looking forward to a new addition in Mohamed Kudus, aka the Ghanaian Messi. It's a fantastic acquisition. A big shout out to their new sporting director. His name has skipped my mind currently, but that's a fantastic acquisition from him. Good way to start his tenure at the club. And but then again, it's not going to be an easy game. They will be going up against a Brighton side with Roberto De Zerbi. We know about his football. We know the way Estupinan is in good form. Mitoma is in good form. Despite the recent injury to Enisco, they've got a young chap in Adingra, who can play good football as well. We saw him during preseason. He's got his first Premier League goal as well. As well. So, a lot of positives from Brighton, and it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very tough game, but I think I'll go with 2-2. Wow. I'll go for a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw right there. Moving on to Sunday. Robbie, can you do this for me? Burnley versus Aston Villa on Sunday before we move on to Sheffield United.
And I tell you, I'll be swinging in the direction of Aston Villa on this one without any doubt whatsoever. This is one team that is exciting to watch, and of course, Unai Emery has been very active in the market, and he has been able to bring quality recruits into the club. Oli Watkins is one man that is very, very exciting to watch, and I think one thing that separates Aston Villa this season that will make them a little bit difficult to play is that team plays with a lot of pace amongst the players. Check every Aston Villa player; they are always running. The game against Newcastle, that game was more or less was identified with the kind of pace in that particular game. Yes, Newcastle defeated them emphatically, but the fact is, for Aston Villa, it's one exciting side, and I fancy them to get maximum points against Burnley. Burnley is this kind of team that they have this slow transition when they play, and they are more or less the kind of team that is always reactive than proactive. And that is the difference between Aston Villa and Burnley. So for me, I will sit in the corner of Aston Villa to get maximum points from this game on Sunday.
All right, let's move on to these last two games. Irate, can you please do justice to those games? I'm talking about Sheffield United versus Man City and also Newcastle versus Liverpool, which is your team. Are you scared going to this game?
First of all, Sheffield United have found it difficult to adapt to the Premier League, which is not a surprise. I mean, I predicted it. I expect them to get relegated. They've lost their first 2 games. No attacking verve at all in the team. The team can't just defend to even save their lives. They are so dysfunctional. So poor. Sunday league defending. That is what they are doing right now at Sheffield United. So despite all the plaudits Heckingbottom got in the Championship last season, we always knew they will find life difficult in the Premier League. And their first 2 games, they played, I would say, mid-table to lower-table teams in Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. They are facing the team that won the treble last season. So I don't see I don't see the game going any other way than a Man City win. Let's just put it straight there. I just see a Man City win in that game. And they should try to keep it low and make sure that they don't expose themselves, because this could be a bad trade. It could go as high as 6 or 7-0. Yeah. So Sheffield United try to keep a low block and eat Man City on the counter attack. But I wish them all the best. I still see them getting beat anyway.
All right. The last game, Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. But first of all, let me reiterate that Mohamed Salah is not going anywhere. So please, let's start deading that news. If they were serious about getting Salah, they would come early for him when the window opened, not when the Premier League has already started. So Klopp also made mention of that in the press conference. As for this game, I saw a stat today that the last time Newcastle got a win against Liverpool was in 2015.
Wow.
That is a long time ago. And if I'm a Newcastle player or fan, I'm looking at that and I'm like, Sunday is the day to put this right. Because also last season we won Newcastle home and away. I think we were the only team to do that in the Premier League last season. So I think Newcastle players will be up for it. St. James Park, we know they can create a very, very hostile atmosphere. And that is what I'm expecting on Sunday. Also, Liverpool news. We heard today that Konate is a doubt for that game. And he has been our best defender for a couple of months now. So if Gomez or Matip come in, I think confidence will reduce in that back line, definitely. I expect McAllister to push up front and Endo getting his first start. Maybe in the front line, I don't know, maybe Gakpo would have to be on the bench or is going to start ahead of Jota. But that is up to Klopp to decide. But I see it's going to be an interesting game. I think there will be goals in that match. For me, I think it will end in a draw. Going by what both teams possess going up front, I think it will end in a draw. I'll predict a 2-2 draw for that game because Liverpool, I think Liverpool will be up for it, going by the way we started the season and the 2 games we played. And also Newcastle, after being accused of not being able to beat a Man City that has significant injuries, they want to show that they can mix it up with the big boys in the Premier League and also have the character to go far into the Champions League as well. So it's going to be a good game, but a tough one.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Before we talk about injury,
Didon, please let me quickly add up to that Liverpool. And also, there's a very interesting fact here. Since the beginning of 2022, I think Newcastle have been beaten just 3 times, and out of that 3 times, 2 of those beatings have come against Liverpool. So it's going to be an interesting one. And in terms of prediction, I think I will go with Irish. It's going to end in a draw.
Oh, Arsenal too.
And Arsenal defeated them last season at home.
Okay, so they were the third. That was the 3rd beating.
Yep.
Wow,
so quick one, John. I just want to react to what Irie said. Irie, this question is to you. So if you were to be in Salah's shoes and you have such a mouth-watering offer being put on your table, looking at the optics, Saudi Arabian League, they're trying to model the league, in the ilk of Salah. Salah fits into what they're trying to build in terms of him being the parts of where he comes from in Africa and all that. If you were to be Salah, would you say no?
If I were to be Salah, I would think about the commitment I've also made to the fans. Last season, after the disastrous campaign, Salah took it upon himself to apologize to the Liverpool fans and to right the wrongs that happened last season. So I think Salah, even his agent came out a couple of weeks ago that they are committed to Liverpool and Salah is not leaving. He's the highest paid player. He still has a contract. So if they want to price him away, it will take a very huge bid. Are they ready to pay a mammoth bid for a 31-year-old Salah? So he goes to Saudi Arabia to cough out that money, but I don't think they will. He might leave next summer, but I don't see him leaving this summer. Maybe next one, but not this one.
This guy will go.
Of course,
we are talking about money.
Everybody will go one day. No one is staying anywhere forever. He will definitely go. But
all right,
you know how Klopp is. He doesn't like his plans have been made. He doesn't want it to be destabilized so early into the season after what happened last season. So, as he said in the press conference, I don't think Salah will leave this summer.
All right, before we go, we have about 15 minutes to wrap up the show, but I'm going to start with Prof. On this one, Michael Dean is saying something that is sorry. I'm talking about the referee. Prof, what's your opinion on the excuse? All the excuses is the guy is trying
I think he should be arrested for that statement. Because I see no reason why a professional Premier League referee will come out and make a statement like that he was protecting his mate. He felt Anthony Taylor had a training game. He had gone up and down, so he refused to send him to the monitor to go and look at Cucurella's head being pulled. For God's, what sort of statement is that? So for me, I don't understand. That's why some of this, when Kule is saying some of this is conspiracy theories, maybe we should listen to him sometimes. Because I won't blame anybody who is saying that they are corrupt and there's an hidden agenda, because you cannot tell me that you saw it, you knew it was wrong, and then you couldn't send your mates there. So future is not just for that decision. Future decisions now, we can then say that these things are happening where they're protecting each other, because they feel like they're colleagues and they don't want to expose their mistakes to the world. I don't see any sense in it, and I'm very disappointed. For me personally, should have shut up his mouth and come out and say that rubbish that he just said on the interview. That's my take on it.
All right. Is anybody that wants to talk about that referee?
Yeah, I just want to add something to what
I have something to add, but when
so we've seen controversies already in the first two rounds of fixtures this season, and Webb even had to apologize on the match day one of this season. To I forgot the team he apologized to, but it's not a good look for referees.
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Wolverhampton Wanderers, exactly. It's not okay. That was even against Man United, yeah. So it's not a good look. It's not a good look for referees already going into this season. I'm sure Webb would have seen this comment by then and would have been shaking his head like, where do we go from here? What do I do next? Because right now, I can tell you that with what Dean has said, every decision that is being made, fans will start calling out more transparency. We want more transparency from these officials. What do they discuss? What is going on in that VAR room? Sometimes people even accuse. I've seen pundits saying maybe they go out, they leave the room and have pizza, or they just go and enjoy themselves somewhere and just forget what they are doing. So these are some of the things that we look at. What is good? We don't have access. We can't see what's going on in the room. All we know is they are talking into the ears of the referee. So Mike Dean has only made the situation worse, and he has only made Howard Webb's job more difficult when he's trying to explain these things. So it's really a bad look for the referees right now in Premier League.
All right. Ace, you want to mention something about the Dean?
Based on the reports that came out, it was shambolic, really, and it was like, for me, I was like, what the heck is this? Possibly, you should have just, shut the hole in your face and decide not to even say anything. Probably plead the fifth or go on the highway on this and decide not to say anything. But in coming out, I see this is my own conspiracy theory, and I might be wrong, it's my opinion. I see this as a way of, an avenue of wanting to let it out. Because I know most of these referees, they're humans. One way or the other, they'll be pressured to do one or two things. Definitely, they will have their own interest. And I read something online about what someone wrote about these referees we have currently, most of them that has been in this for the past 10 years or 5 years officiating in the EPL. And most of them growing up, most of the teams they supported were not these teams that are doing well right now. A chunk of them supported Manchester United back then. A chunk supported Aston Villa. A chunk Sheffield United. Most supported those old established teams. And most of them, when teams like Arsenal, I think the person was trying to speak on behalf of Arsenal, in respect to Arsenal, about how Arsenal keeps getting the wrong side of referees' decision. But we've seen it that in recent times, it is not only Arsenal that has fallen into the wrong hands of decision making of the referees. Chelsea, even Manchester United, even Man City, But what this person was trying to say that most of these guys, the generation where they grew up, they had teams which you support. So definitely they will have that bias going into the field when officiating. He doesn't have any data to back what he's saying, but he's just saying his own conspiracy theory. And for me, I try to tend to believe in what he's saying because these people too, they are humans, really. They have teams that they're supporting. Even if they sign that oath that, okay, while you're refereeing or while you're officiating, you don't have to be biased. But one way or the other, we've seen videos, we've seen clips. Howard Webb, when Manchester United scored, he jubilated. This video is all over the internet. He jubilated. I'm sure he didn't know, but at that time, he got, because he's human.
Yes,
so
I remember that game.
So you see, these guys, they are humans. We should not forget that they are humans. And what we just expect them to do, despite them being humans, that is not an excuse. You're there to do a professional job. And when you're called to do a job, you must be professional enough. And whatever this guy has come out to say, my Dean, it shows there's a whole lot going on behind the scene that is happening, that something big will come out very soon. Maybe in terms of someone confessing or someone coming out to say, this is what happened. I got the kickback, I got this. But I just hope it doesn't get to that because it's going to turn everything messy. But what I see someone trying to let something out, trying to confess, or trying to, let that thing off his chest to say, okay, I've carried this burden for too long. I made a mistake, and let me let it out and be free. Like the proverbial word says, he who says the truth shall set him or her free. So I think that was what he was trying to do. But all I just admonished for these referees, game week 1, Manchester United against Wolves, we already saw the error. Even the Crystal Palace against Arsenal. If you're to give Tomiyasu a second yellow card for what he did, just mere touching Ayew, what happened to the foul Ayew made on Saka? That one was a WrestleMania tackle. Like he WrestleMania'd Saka to the floor. Yeah. And Ayew was on a yellow card before that tackle. So you see, some of these things is not consistent. So all we just need is consistency. And they should be professional in whatever they do. That's just my take.
All right, because of our time, injury crisis, guys, is causing some team. I think Chelsea is part of it. Or Prof, what do you think? Injury crisis, how it has affected?
To be honest, I must say that I am not happy with the lineup because having spent over 300 million this transfer window, to look at our bench and all I'm seeing there are kids. To be honest, I'm seeing kids on Chelsea's bench. It is not good, and obviously that's because of the injury.
I didn't take that. They said they are kids,
and we've gone again with the back three. Yes, the only team, everybody there are kids on the bench.
Prof has told us to direct our questions and concerns to Pochettino.
At least whatever happens after the game, direct the concerns to Todd Boehly and Fred, and they are the medical team. Because I don't
Prof know doesn't speak for them anymore.
Wait. Why should we direct our thoughts? We're here to talk football. We're here to analyze. Yeah. When Arsenal were on the ropes, when Man City, you gave us the hit. We didn't tell you to direct your rant and bant to Mikel Arteta.
I cannot.
No, we're not. For me, no, the rule states because you gave us the hit. You put our head on the spike. You poured the hit on us.
We never told you to go and meet.
No. We never told you. We never told you to go and meet Arteta. Or we never told you to go and meet the owner. So we'll put the hit on you.
Let's listen to
don't run, please.
Let's not forget that before Prof, you shouldn't ask us to go and meet Pochettino. Let's not forget that before Pochettino came to Chelsea have been having this injury thing. It's not like it's today. And I keep wondering and asking myself, what is wrong? Is there anything wrong with the way these players are being coached? If not one, not two, not three players, just sometimes you see the way they just go to injury one after the other, and then sometimes 2-3 players. Then there is something wrong with the coaching system that is actually making these players to go on injuries.
I don't think coaching system because, like I said, like you said, Margaret, this is a new manager. And I've
or is it the dream? No, it has nothing to do with the manager. And I'll still say because before, James Reese have been having injury. It can be even before Pochettino came to Chelsea. You will see the list of injured players at Chelsea before Pochettino came. You know that the drilling, and what kind of drilling do you people have, or the kind of doctors they have? Thank God, finally we have a doctor from Arsenal who will be coming to Manchester United. So I think we will be having injuries.
Okay, you are too silent. Is any injury affecting Arsenal?
I think it's the medical team, but I think the medical team has changed. We've changed the medical team, and yet we're still having these injuries. So I still don't know what the problem is. That's why I said whatever concerns that is being had should be directed to the medical team of Chelsea. And Poch, I cannot answer for why these players are injured. What do you want me to say about why they are injured?
But one man eats another man's poison.
So for us here on ISTV, we're all representatives of our teams.
Exactly.
And when Arsenal, when Arsenal were and you were saying Man City
have nine injuries now.
Hold on, and it happened. Yeah, you called us out. I remember. You called me out.
I remember.
What happened to Arsenal? Why has Man City caught up? So I didn't tell you direct your grouse to Arteta or direct your grouse to the owner, which is in the son and the father. I was here, I took it. So what I just wanted, you should be ready to take it because anything short of winning today, we will come with our banter. But jokes aside,
this whole thing Prof is already preparing. He's preparing our mind. Prof is looking for a nice skills already. See, you said Chelsea will finish fifth. So Chelsea don't finish fifth. Don't come with an excuse that they are injured.
I'm sticking to my prediction. Chelsea will finish fifth, to be honest. They will. They will overcome this injury and they'll finish fifth. I still think that.
And they are so happy after spending over 800 million pounds. You want to finish fifth. Like, so proud of him.
It's just the season. It's not a manager. It's not a manager. It's real life. It's real life.
God bless you.
Chelsea didn't come from relegation. They have been in the league since. They didn't come from relegation to say, okay, this is just our first season in the league. They're experienced time.
We won't need football managers. We will just spend and put the players on the pitch. We need managers. We need players have to gel before they make it. That's how it is. And all of you know, just want to banter. Just want to banter.
No. I'm not going to say. I beg to differ on that your assertion because we placed Man City. We criticized Man City for the money they were spending. Let's be truthful here. Let's not mince words. Yeah. When Man City was spending the money, when they were bringing in players here and there, we criticized and we said it that we were waiting that this money they are spending, if they don't win trophies, it's failure. We said it. Yeah. Even when Guardiola came, he rejigged the entire system, brought in his own players. He didn't win the league the first season. I think he didn't even win anything that season.
At all. Exactly, and you want to win the first season.
Exactly. But they were on him. The critics, the naysayers, they were on him. They criticized him, but what he had to do was to shut them up the following season and won something. So we're waiting for Chelsea to do that.
All right. A certain Ranieri went to Leicester City in 2016 in his first season. He won the Premier League title with Leicester City. There was
so why did your manager not win it? Ten Hag did not win the first season.
No, we are talking about money here. Money that Chelsea are spending. You guys need to win something.
Erik ten Hag has spent 400 million pounds. Erik ten Hag has spent 400 million pounds.
Wow. He's on the way too. He's on the way. 400 million.
Yes, he won something in his first season. He won a League Cup. He won a League Cup in his first season. He finished that in his first season. He did that well.
600 million. And I'm not watching.
Arteta has not spent 600 million. Please now.
This is the first time. This is the first time.
When did you start spending money, please? Don't come for Arsenal on this case. You go collect.
And this is the first time Arsenal is spending huge amounts of money on players.
Come on. Do the maths. Quick one on this injury thing, John. I have something to say. Just quick one. Prof mentioned something that possibly could be, maybe, I don't know if I heard him right. Medical team, they are the one, because Margaret said this injury issue has been there since last season. And I know it's not the manager's fault, neither is it the medical team. Because I don't know if you guys remember at a certain time in Arsenal players were always going on lengthy injuries.
Yeah.
I.e., Diaby, Rosicky, Cazorla, his ankle was almost ripped out. He almost lost his legs. So at times this thing happens. Do you understand? I remember back then, within the space of 2008 to 2015 or 2014 thereabout in Arsenal. Even Arteta, when he joined Arsenal, Arteta had never been injured whenever he played for Everton. But at the point he joined Arsenal, he got injured. He went into the injury table, to the injury list. So this thing that happens, could it be the players' physiology? Could it be the players' physique? Could it be the food they eat? Could it be the things that they put in their body? Cyrus James is always going on recurrent injury. Could it have to be something that has to do with his body type? At times it might not be the rigorous exercise that they do. Could it be what he does after? We don't know. We could even say when Arteta came in, case in point, ESR Smith Rowe was always going on this recurrent injury. And we all saw it in the series that Arsenal had, that series that they did after last season. I've forgotten the name right now. We saw how Arteta managed ESR in terms of, drilling it down to the diets. They had to give him a dietitian, someone making his meal, even at his home. And fortunately for him, I think that injury that keeps reoccurring had stopped ever since last season. So, this thing goes beyond the medical team, because what anybody will say is the medical team. What are they doing? Why are they killing these players? But it might not be that. It could be down to what that player is in terms of his physicality, his physiology, the way he's built, the way he has been, the things they do behind the scene. Who knows?
All right, guys, this is how far we can go tonight. Please smash the like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to wish everybody all the best in the game. I think Chelsea is about to go. Your final thought on this, Prof? Winning this or draw or lose?
Yeah, I said, Chelsea should win this game. They should still win this game. It's at Stamford Bridge, right? Good game to win.
How many goals? How many goals?
Well, I'm looking at 2-0. Maybe 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 to Arsenal. Oh, sorry, 2-0 to Chelsea. All right, bro.
Please, you don't
your game.
Don't make mistake with the team that has not won Champions League.
All right, thank you so much, man. This is how far we can go. All right, Margaret, thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow is going to be Man U match. We'll be here live to do the watch along. Thank you so much, Margaret. And also, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much for joining us on this one. Robbie, one love, bro.
Thank you very much.
All right, okay. Thank you so much. And Irate, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure to Don.
All right.
Thanks, Don. Thank you.
All right, please smash the like on the video. This is how far we can go tonight. I hope everybody is going to enjoy the weekend. On this one, on to the next one. We'll be here on Monday for the Monday Sports Review Show. On the same time, signing out.